Hey y'all, welcome back to Mom Before Life. My name is Trina, and today I just wanted to hop on real quick just to say, hey, how y'all doing? I know it's nothing but Tuesday, but sis, I'm already ready for the week to be over. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I do apologize. I'm not sure how I'm showing up on camera. I usually have it facing me so I can see my face and stuff, but as I've stated in a previous video, for some reason when I face it towards me, the audio doesn't come in correctly anymore, so I can't really do it like that. But y'all, something has really been irking me to my soul. I really hate when people do not keep it real about certain things. I'm in a couple different groups, Bible groups, Black single mom groups, food groups, and sometimes conversations come up. And in one of I think it was my Christian group, a lady was speaking about how she was concerned because she already has a kid with her fiance, but she really does not like her fiance. And a married woman commented to her and stated pretty much that, no, actually, let me go back, because y'all know Christians don't know how to act sometimes. A girl commented and told her, you shouldn't have been having sex before marriage and you wouldn't have this problem, which is we get it. She's in the situation already now, so saying that really don't help. But somebody else commented after to her, replying to that comment, stating that, well, I got married first and that doesn't change it. Marriage doesn't fix it. And I completely agree with that, especially if you're not going to God beforehand asking, is this my person? Because we can't act like everybody be asking God. A lot of people be like, you know what, we've been together for 11 years, let's go ahead and get married, right? Without going to God and asking if this is my person. And if you with somebody for 11 years without a ring anyways, I don't know what to tell you, but that's besides the point. What really irritated me is there are so many people who push this narrative of, it doesn't really matter if you get married, because there's no safety net. And I really hate that, especially as a single mom, because I wish I would have gotten married first, regardless of how it ended, which it would have ended anyways. But it really irritates me because, one, as a married woman, you have certain rights that a baby mama does not have to your husband. If something happens to you, God forbid something happened to your husband, sis, you're not going to have to fight to get benefits on behalf of your husband or just certain things. And we can't act like divorced wives do not get more respect than baby mamas. Please don't do that. Don't send these girls these messages where marriage is just not important. You just carry somebody's child for them. And if you don't get married or whatever, obviously, if a man is putting his name on you, he values you more. Okay? Anybody can get you pregnant. Anybody, 9 times out of 10, unless he's crazy, most people are not going to give you their last name just for the sake of it. So I always encourage girls, young women, please don't be out here. Don't set yourself up for failure. Nothing is 100% guaranteed, but don't set yourself up for failure. Having children out of wedlock, you setting yourself up for failure. Now, is that to say that it may not eventually lead to marriage? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying it usually don't. If we're being honest, if we can get out of our feelings, it usually doesn't. I would never try to lead somebody to take the road that I took, because the road that I took and the road that I am on is definitely not the road that God had for me. It's not a road that I would want for my children or anybody else. I wouldn't even want this for somebody I don't like. Because at the end of the day, the children are the one who suffer. Now, it's a mess, it's a mess. And I feel so bad for our youth, because I feel like baby mama is just, it's the thing now. People aren't asking for marriage. People are just wanting to be baby mamas. And that's sad, because even though I became a baby mama, this was never my goal. My goal was to get married, but I was doing retarded stuff. My goal was to be a wife, but I don't even know what to tell you. Okay, the crack was airborne back then. That's what I'm going with. I'm sticking to that story. Don't ask me no more questions. Sis was on some goofy stuff back then. I'm not even gonna lie. But for some reason, I've noticed that the youth, a lot of them, they just want to be a baby mama. And that's really sad. That really is, truly. I really try my best. Even though my platform's not big, I try to be honest about being a single mom. But I also try not to be depressing. Like, I try to relate to other single moms, but at the same time I try to let people know that this is not it. Like, even if you only have one child, no children, one child, like, don't continue to have kids. It really really irritates me, and it makes me like, I can't even watch certain people, especially like on YouTube, because I feel like after a certain age, your childhood, you can't use that as an excuse no more. Your experiences in your youth, you can't use that anymore. Because after a certain age, you've been doing this. Like, I'm 31 years old right now. I've been a single mom for majority of my adult life, right? So it would be extremely stupid for me to have another child right now, just out of wedlock, without building with somebody, without getting married, without setting a foundation. But that's the norm. It's like people just keep having kids. And let me be the first to say, I'm not judgmental. I really don't care, because I feel like everybody has the right to make their own mistakes and do whatever they want to do. It's their life. But oftentimes I just feel bad, because I feel like this is glorified. People support this. And I'm not saying you got to beat people down, because Lord knows, single moms as a whole, we get beat down enough. Like, please leave us alone. But I really, truly wish that within the single mom community, we were able to hold each other more accountable for things. And we were more honest. Like, sis, you don't need to be dating dude. Like, he's a bum. He can't do nothing for your kids. I would never, ever, 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 especially since I'm raising 4 men, my boys will be fathers to my grandchildren. They will be head of household. So it's very important for me, especially now with my kids growing into who they are in manhood. I have a teenager. It's very important to me to be very what's the word, it's very important that I be, I don't want to say picky, because it kind of sounds petty, but in a sense, I do have to be picky about the type of man. If I was to bring a man around, I can't bring a man around in my house to move a man in my house. And I live in the projects. I see it all the time. It's sad. Me and my children, let me tell you, that's one thing they've learned since being in the projects. Don't ever move in with a woman. Honestly, you don't need to move in with nobody. But you definitely never, ever, ever let a woman support you. Because I can't tell you how many times me and my kids have left or been on our way back home, and we see a man getting put out the house. Like, that's a very sad. It's not good seeing anybody get put out the house, but let me tell you, when a woman puts a man out of the house, honey, they are disrespectful. Okay? And a lot of times it's because, they probably got to cheating or something. But men don't like being emasculated in the first place. So it's not in their nature to let a woman take care of them. So they may be bummy, but at the same time, they got to go somewhere else to feel like a man. So they gon', they're going to try to find a side piece that they can pump themselves up to. But, I feel for people. I feel for people who are out here living it's silly. Why would you have another kid if you can't take care of your kids, right? Why are you letting men move in your house? I would never let a man move in my house. We can move into a house together, but I would never move in. I honestly don't even think I would move in with a man, but I definitely would never let a man move into the home with me and my children. I would never tell another woman that marriage don't matter and that being a baby mama ain't that bad. Like, I think some people live in another, I don't even know. I don't know, y'all. And I love everybody. I love baby mamas. I do. I love everybody. And I have a soft spot for baby mamas as well, especially those who are doing it completely on their own. But my gosh, when are we going to hold each other accountable? When are we going to be able to be real with each other without it, coming off as somebody, being hateful or anything? I feel for the youth. And that's the only reason I say that. Just in case somebody's daughter watches my video one day, you know, and they thinking about giving somebody knucklehead son a child, and you know, because they've been told being a baby mama ain't that bad, you know. I would hope that she would see this video and see that I ain't saying it's bad, sis, but it ain't nothing good. It's not good. It's not good, okay? It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not good, all right? It's not good. And it's not something I would wish for my kids. It's not something I would wish on anybody's child. Be patient. Love yourself first. Love yourself. A lot of these women who keep having kids out of wedlock, even though they're struggling, even though they're not doing too good right now, if they would just love themselves, my gosh, life would change for them. Life would really change. And that's seriously. But y'all, it's about that time. My kids should be coming out in a little bit, but I just wanted to get on here and ramble real quick. Hear my rant, and I'm sorry if it does come off judgy. Please know that, like, I'm the least judgmental person you will ever meet. I'm a child of God, but I'm not gonna judge you, because what you do is none of my business. But I do feel like we need to hold each other accountable. We need to do better. We need to stop making silly decisions. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one left with those kids. Especially if you having kids with a bum. You know? Y'all, I apologize. My phone died while I was recording. Mari, show mommy that dance off Fortnite. Thank you, baby. We can't do that dance no more, okay?
Why not?
We can't do that dance no more.
What's wrong with that?
Because it look like mommy be having you watch things you ain't got no business watching. But go run Oreo, baby. Go run Oreo. Go ahead. Take him running. Count your days, Fortnite. Got me out here looking like I got my kids watching all types of stuff.